this video I'd like to show you how to create this really cool and slick painterly look shader in Blender. It's only done through simple shading nodes and can be done in less than a few minutes. First we'll add our colors, then we'll displace them, and we'll give them depth, and then we'll fine tune the final details. And if you stick to the end of the video, I'll give you a bonus and show you how to animate the paint as well. Let's get started. For demonstration purposes, I'll use the Suzanne or monkey model in Blender, but this painterly material can be applied to any model at all. It all begins with a gradient node. By pressing on Ctrl+T, I can automatically add to it a texture coordinate and mapping nodes to control it further. Make sure the texture coordinate node is connected through its object socket. We'll connect it to a color ramp node and connect that to the principled BSDF's basic color socket. This is the node setup you should have so far. You can add the colors you want in the color ramp node by playing with the sliders. Quick recommendation before we move further, I typically change the color display view to standard instead of filmic for more vivid colors. To do that, go to your render properties tab, scroll all the way down to the color management menu, and from there change the view setting from filmic to standard. Alright, next up we want to displace the colored gradient. So I'll add a Voronoi texture node, and once again I'll have it selected and press Ctrl+T to add a texture coordinate and mapping nodes to it, and I'll add to it a color ramp node. It's super important that the texture coordinate's normal socket is connected to its mapping node. It's also very important that the Voronoi's color socket is connected to the color ramp and not its distance socket. The reason why is because they offer different results, and the painterly look we're after can be achieved by connecting the yellow color socket into the color ramp node. Once we're done, we're going to connect the Voronoi color ramp node to the gradient's mapping node scale socket. This is the node setup you should have so far. But we're not done. There are two settings to change on the Voronoi texture node. First up, we're going to change F1 to smooth F1, and this is because we want to control the smoothness of the Voronoi. We don't want it to be too sharp. Second is the smoothness value. If you don't want the Voronoi to be too smooth, you can scale it down just a little. At the end of the day, you choose what kind of painterly style you want. So again, this is what you should have so far. Next up, we're going to add a noise texture, and same as before, Ctrl+T to add to it a texture coordinate connected through its object socket this time, and mapping node. And add to it a color ramp node, and now connect its color ramp node into the Voronoi node's mapping scale socket. This is the node setup you should have so far. Make sure to increase the value of the color ramp's black value to a mid-gray. The reason we're adding this noise texture setup is because we want to fine-tune the distortion details a little more, and this allows us to do that. For example, I scaled up the x-axis value of the mapping node to control the brush length of the material a little more. So again, this is what you should have so far. Next up, we're going to create 3D depth with the paint strokes. It's very simple actually. Add a bump node and connect it to the principled BSDF's normal socket. Then connect the Voronoi color ramp node into the bump's height socket. What I've done is increase the distance slider to a value of 0.081 and the strength to 0.225. But you're free to play with these settings as you see fit. I highly recommend customizing the material to your own liking. This should be your final node setup. I also recommend playing with the principled BSDF's roughness and coat values to choose how wet the paint looks. Congratulations, now you got yourself a painterly look material in Blender in just a few minutes. And lastly, as promised, I'll show you how I animated the paint. Go to the noise texture setup, and in the mapping node's y-axis location, type in the code #frame/96, and in the z-axis, #frame/48. This code line creates automatic animation. This is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any further questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get to them as fast as I can. Bye bye.